Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I'm exhausted. I've done a lot today. Today, I'm going to be talking about a few things. I thought we would just hang out. If any of you are working right now, just give you something to listen to, talk to your friends, talk to me. I specifically want to reveal my new niche in my eBay store and Poshmark Closet that I've started and tell you why I chose this niche specifically. Um, tell you the pros and cons that I've already found just by listing a few of these items. And then I want to talk to you about the healthy meal plan idea that I've come up with, and it's starting tomorrow. So I have a lot to say about that as well. So if you're new here, welcome. I don't know how you got here, but I'm glad you found your way here. My name is Beth. I live in Houston and I sell on eBay and Poshmark. I've been selling on eBay since 2017 and on Poshmark since 2019. Welcome. And if you're watching later, please comment on any of these subjects below. I'm sorry that you weren't able to join us, but thank you for watching the replay and be sure you hit the thumbs up. So let's go ahead and get started with the show. All right. Swamp Picker is here. Glenn, he may not be able to reply, but he is out doing yard work, cutting the grass. Glad it's you, not me. It is hot here in Houston. Let me tell you that. It is so hot here. Um, actually, it has not rained in such a long time that I needed to add water to our pool the other day. And I put the hose in and turned it on, and it was really early in the morning, and I never add water that early in the morning, and I completely forgot about it, and we did not know until the next morning. It ran for like almost 24 hours. We overflowed our pool. I was so embarrassed. Hey, Victoria, how are you? Oh, you're back for a few, Glenn. Good, good. So, yeah, I overflowed our pool. That wasn't good. So, have a lot to talk about today. Sales suck. I am down 2,000 gross over the month. That's not good. That's 6,000 gross over 3 months that I will be down if it keeps up. And I like when I see 1,200 in my 7 day, that's when I'm completely calm. That to me is, quote, normal. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but that's what I'm used to. And I'm like in the 700s right now for 7 day total. So I'm trying not to panic. This happened last year and it all worked out in January, but it's not something that I can keep going for a long time. So I don't know. Today, I specifically wanted to talk about my new niche, whether I have done something really stupid or, really good. I don't know. I went on vacation right before vacation. That's when my store, I could see the numbers were dropping and I was pretty down. And I just said, I'm not going to worry about it. And I had thought about this new niche before I went on vacation. And then when I was in North Carolina, we went thrifting and I was seeing these items everywhere and they were pretty cheap in North Carolina. And I didn't buy any because I didn't want to ship them back. I didn't want Barry to have to deal with it. And they can be a little bit heavy. So I just looked and I was telling my friends, I really want to do this. And they're like, great, Beth, go for it, And I don't know if it was because they were my friends and they were just trying to get me excited. Um, I don't know. But so I get back from vacation and, I think, oh, when I get back, I've got 132 pieces of awesome clothing to list. Everything's going to be great. I get back and I'm hit in the face with adult decisions to make. And I wasn't prepared for that. And a lot of junk being thrown at me. And so I immediately got really down. And then plus my sales going down. And it didn't, I'm not motivated. Like I had all those clothes to list, but I've been gone 6 days. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm thinking, I need to measure these clothes. I need to fill out these inventory sheets, but I want to have time with my wife. We like to sit on the couch, hold hands, watch TV. And so I had to make a decision, right? And if so, of course I'm going to pick her, right? So then the next night I have the same decision to make. And it just got really upsetting and not motivating. And I still have probably 25 or 30 pieces left from that 132 haul to list. I just can't see through. I don't want to look at another button up shirt. I don't want to look at another pair of jeans. So when I was in text group a few years ago, the big thing back then was to niche down. And that's what they said. You need to think of one niche and at one niche only. And so I chose clothing. And it was great for me. My store tripled. Within the year, my store numbers tripled. It was great. And I got this process going, and I can do it in my sleep, literally backwards and forwards. I could go in the middle of the process and start there, could go to the end, and I know exactly what to do with clothing. But last year when my store tanked, that's when I added appliance parts, and then my store went way up in January. And now I'm adding this third one. I don't really feel like, and I may be totally wrong, but I really feel like right now is not a good time to just be a niche seller because the platforms are just so wonky right now, especially eBay. They're changing their fees. Platforms are changing their fees, they're changing their rules. And just like it's good to have your eggs in different baskets, it's good to have different egg cartons, right? So you have, I think I couldn't be an everything seller anymore. I think that would pretty much bog me down with the listing. But I think if you can have 2 or 3 niches, once you get that first niche down, and appliance parts I already had down because I'd already done it before. There was very few things I needed to change for that. I even have my template still saved. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you what my new niche is. You're probably going to think it's stupid. That's okay. Tell me if you think it's stupid. When I got back, I was talking to a friend and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm trying to list these items, but I'm trying to get the kinks worked out." And she goes, "What is it? What is it?" I've tried to guess because I gave y'all some hints last time. And I said, "I don't want to tell you because you're going to tell me it's stupid." And she goes, "No, I won't. Just tell me." And I told her, and she goes, "Well, I sell that." And I'm like, "You do?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "There's nothing stupid about that." So then I got motivated, right? So then I went out and started buying. And I've paid more this past week for these items than I will pay in the future. In the future, I will be looking at garage sales and flea markets for these items. But I wanted to get a lot of things purchased now so I could practice, if that makes sense, and really get this process down. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've already gotten bogged down. So are you ready to see what I'm doing? Okay. So I am selling home decor, specifically a lot of these, what I call box art. You can hang them up or you can sit them on your desk. Okay. This is one of the things that I'm selling. I call it box art. All right. Here's the deal. Go ahead and say I'm stupid. Okay. Because this is not a money maker. Okay. This is not to like bring money in. This is to get me, this is for different reasons, to get me excited again about my store, to bring more sales into my store, different customers into my store. When I was a little girl, my grandmother used to wake me up every morning and she'd say, "Good morning, sunshine," or "Wake up, sunshine." And when she passed away, whenever I would go like in the Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something, I kept seeing these box signs. Some of them are a little bit longer, but that would say, "You are my sunshine," the name of the song. And so I would buy them because to me, it was like she was speaking to me from the grave. She's like telling me, "Hey, I'm watching over you, and I'm your guardian angel." So I have a lot of those. I have a lot of these kind of things on the walls of my house. You can probably see that one over there. Now it's a lot bigger. I will never ship something that big, but I have some that are about love. I have some that are about friendship. I have some that are about motivation, spiritual, things like that. And I even thought I could buy some of these, put them on my walls, take the ones down that I don't want anymore and sell them and, keep the ones that are special to me. So this is one of them right here. I needed to find something that was plentiful in my area, that was cheap, that was easy to photograph. So when I get my flat lay table out today to photograph jeans, I will be photographing some of these. All right. Then my plan was to wrap them in bubble wrap and then and stack them on a shelf. And then when they sell, pop them in a poly mailer and ship them on. Well, that didn't work so well because I'm finding that you have to put so much bubble wrap around this to not be able to feel the particle board or wood that it won't fit in the poly bag. So Bridget's been helping me find these easy mailer things. They're boxes, but they fit things like this. So we're going to try that next. But anyway, so that's one of them right there. All right. Let's just see a couple other ones that we have here. It says, do what you love. All right. This is meant to be a little bit, it's maybe, I don't think it's scratched up. I think it's meant to be a little bit, I don't know, rustic. Would that be the word? Rustic. Now this is canvas art. This is canvas art. So this is different. And Bridget's telling me I need to cover, these need to be covered with cardboard unless I put them in a box. So she was really worried about the wood frame. So anyway, all right. Another reason I wanted to do this is that my honey hole I go to for, that's pretty much all they have. But when I'm driving by Value Village, Texas Thrift, Goodwill, I don't stop anymore because the appliances are so expensive. I can't afford them to part them out. So I just drive on by, right? And I wanted another reason to go into a thrift store because this happened the other day. I went to a Value Village specifically to look for these because in my head I'm going, I'm not going to find an appliance I like. There's nothing. And I found a couple. I found a carafe and I found an appliance. And I also found an appliance that's recalled, and I'm going to have to do a video on that because I was so excited about it. And then I ended up finding out it's recalled and I have to chunk it, unfortunately. Craig says I need to call the company and get them to send me a new one. I don't know. But anyway, so this gets me into the thrift store to find other things because I don't buy clothing in thrift stores because they're too expensive for me. My price point is $1 and I want to stick to that. And I go to Value Village on half price days and some of their appliances are $60 new. Not new, but on the shelf. I kid you not, in Houston. So half price is $30. Okay, I'm not going to pay $30 for a machine unless it's like a Margaritaville machine or something like that. I mean, I'm just not going to do it. So I was really shocked the other day when I went in and found, these machines and this carafe for what I could afford. So it gets me into the thrift store. And then hopefully I'll come out with some of these and then I will hopefully find some appliances. I have been so bummed. My appliances are not selling. I sell about one appliance part every 2 weeks because I only have like 300 and they're not, and I do have 3 or 4 machines to part out, but they're nothing special. They're things that I probably even have listed already and they're just going to be extras. So I don't know. Appliances have not been working for me, but once I start going to the flea market, once it starts cooling off, which may be the weekend after next, I'll start going to the flea market again and hopefully I'll start getting appliances. How you doing, Victoria? All right. All right. Here's one here. Love you to the moon and back. Now that's a box. That's complete. That's not hollow either. Love you to the moon and back. You'll start seeing these in my store if you are looking in my store. I'm enjoying it. I need something I can enjoy because I don't want to list. Dare to Stand Alone. I love that one. And I love the gray, the black and white look to it. 'Tis the season. I was supposed to go garage selling with my dad yesterday. They were having a huge community garage sale, yard sales or whatever. We were going to go around in the golf cart like we did last spring. Last spring, we went to 20 garage sales and I got zero. So, but I woke up yesterday with a stomach bug, so I didn't go. But he called me. He said somebody down the street had a blender for $5, and did I want it? And I said, sure, buy me a blender. He was so thrilled to be able to participate, and help me. So he bought me a blender for $5, Hamilton Beach. Now, another reason I'm doing this, because I loved when I was an everything seller, I love selling picture frames, and I love selling clocks, little novelty clocks that have a little battery in it. But I'm terrible about remembering to take batteries with me. In fact, when I went the other day, they had no batteries with me. Every clock I've ever bought that I didn't test has worked, though. I'm always more concerned that the hands are bent, things like that. But I'm hoping that by selling this art, that it will help me branch out into picture frames and possibly bookends, because I did very well with bookends back then. But right now I'm just trying to keep away from things that have to go into these big boxes because of my arthritis. But this is a picture frame, but it's already got a print in it. So, and I did very well with these kind of picture frames, the 3D picture frames. So been picking up a couple of those. I said I was only going to buy flat things, but then when you're there, you just kind of go crazy. Hey, Todd. Hey, Todd. So I don't know. Okay, now I found 5 of these. These are canvas art prints. I've already listed 2 of them. So again, I've had to do research on these and to find out, would it be better to sell them as 5 in a set or sell them individually? And I found out I'd get more money for them individually. But like I said, I wasn't prepared for the packaging, because once I put the bubble wrap on it, the thing is huge and I couldn't get it into a box. I didn't have a box big enough to figure out what kind of box to buy. So Bridget's been helping me with that. And this has been I wasn't going to do canvas art until Bridget helped me figure out what kind of boxes I need. Now I'm like, okay, if I see it, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up because I think it's pretty. And, and it's easy to research and just use Google Lens. All right, let's see what else we got. I've probably got 25 so far. I'm trying not to go crazy, because if my thrill of this goes away, I don't have, tons of things. So this is a new in the box Maui. And I also did very well with the Disney picture frames last time, and travel picture frames from a certain country or location, like Statue of Liberty, China, Japan, things like that, wherever people would go. There's another 3D. This is school days. I love this. In fact, I may let my daughter have this because my granddaughter just had her school picture taken. I don't know. But I like the 3D picture frames, but I don't want them to break. That's the only problem. All right. Now we go to some bigger pieces. So I had decided that I was only going to do like 6 by 6. That's going to be like the biggest piece, because I can put it in a poly bag, right? I have 15 by 10 by 1 poly bags. So if I put the bubble wrap around it, it should fit in there. But then I see things like this and I'm just like, I love this. And so it's too long. It's pretty long. Why do I do this to myself? If somebody had screwed a screw with some kind of a hook, I guess they had it sitting on a table or something, but I took that out. The other thing I don't know what to do is, this is by Dana's Designs. I don't know whether to keep that on. I don't know if that would help me or hurt me. So I guess I'm going to have to kind of check that out. I don't know, but I'm still learning. This is super heavy. This is going to cost a bit. And it's got a little bit of a chip on it. Dang it. And I could have done that. I could have banged it. I'll just disclose that. I didn't even notice it. So I don't think it's a big deal. All right. You got to be careful with these. All right. This is a Pioneer Woman Welcome home. And again, this is big. I didn't even think about it. When I saw it, I'm like, I love that, you know? So it's by Pioneer Woman, and it's really big. So I don't know. And it's got the little 3D rose right there. So I may have to just keep that one. I don't know. It makes me happy, makes me smile, gives me something to look at besides tunics and jeans, right? This one is also pretty big. It says you only need an open heart. It's a 3D hearts. I'm always having to make sure that there's something to hang it on in the back, right? And then here's one, and this is the last one I'll show you. I have a couple others that are out there, but I've been using my Scotty peeler. I've been using 91% alcohol to get the red and black Sharpie marker off the back. And I messed up and put this on one of the blocks, and it kind of messed up the paint a little bit. So I'm not going to use that on the blocks anymore. If I need to clean it, I'm going to use something like this. Okay, so this one I have, this one's going to be kind of a bummer to ship too. And it's very, very thin. It's all fun and games until the beer runs out. So this is super thin, right? I mean, this is super cheaply made. So I think these are, you're probably saying, Beth, you won't get much for these. Beth, you can buy these at Michael's. Beth, you can buy these at Hobby Lobby, Walmart. Yes, you can. I think they're kind of like the Just My Size t-shirts that I sell. I sell them all the time. They usually sell really quickly. You can buy them for $5 on sale at Walmart. I sell them between $12 and $17. The reason for that is that they only make a certain number of them, and then they retire the pattern, and then you can't find it anymore. When people see it online, they're like, oh, I haven't seen that in the store. So I think that's kind of how I feel about these. They make so many, you might still see the sign with the same saying, but the design's different, the color's different. So that's another thing I think I have going for me, but who knows? They may not sell. That's why I don't want to put a ton of money into it. But like Bridget was telling me, if you're going to start it, this is a good time because it's fourth quarter. People might want this to decorate their home. They might want them for gifts. They're not looking for jeans right now. That's obvious by looking at my store. So I'm really, really bummed about that. So let me make sure that I covered everything that I wanted to cover. So what do y'all think about that? Those of you who are here, is it stupid? I don't know. If tell me if it's stupid, that's fine. I won't listen because I'm only going to listen to myself right now. And who knows? This may just be a passing thing, but I'm avoiding listing. I upped when I saw what my store was going down, really down on, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I upped my daily listings to 30 from 15. I've doubled them. Now, yesterday I did have a $200 day, but so far today I've made $13. So it's not bringing the number up. Okay. And so some people tell me it was because I had changed my handling time when I was on vacation, and it takes a little bit of time for it to readjust itself. But it's been 2 weeks now, and I really feel like that's not the case. I think it's the case that I'm not going to have a good fourth quarter. And I do have savings, but I do have savings, but I don't want to dip into it. You wouldn't do it, but you do you, boo. Thank you. I knew you wouldn't do it. Yeah. I have friends that sell them, and they say they do sell. I mean, they're long tail. Like I said, I probably won't go hog wild on them, but I did this week because I wanted to make templates and figure out the packaging. And I almost started crying when I figured out, oh, I can't get these in the boxes I have. And then Bridget helped me and made me feel a whole lot better. Okay, so what I want to talk about now is starting tomorrow, I am doing a new plan for eating. And I don't know if I'll be successful at it, but I'm hoping. Yeah, you have 2,000 toothbrush holders that aren't selling. Yeah, well, they will eventually sell. I wouldn't do it because I don't like breakables and it takes up lots of space. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad to see you here in this. I didn't know you were here. Thank you for letting me know you're here. Yeah, so I have a specific area set aside for these, and once that area is full, then I know it's time to, you know, use them to ship pins, Todd. That's a great idea. Yeah, I need something, I need to get some styrofoam or something for, um, food processor blades because they're so sharp. I need to put something on the blades. So, if any, I don't ever get styrofoam. I'm trying to think of what I could put on those blades. I mean, I put a sign, I wrap them really good, and I put a sign with a stick note saying sharp, but I still would like to have a piece of styrofoam to stick those blades in. It would make me feel a little bit better. Okay, so before I went on vacation, I decided that I wanted to start, and a lot of this is because of you, Anissa. I wanted to start eating healthier in in the manner of preservative free, um, not eating things out of a can, not eating things out of a box that you put in the freezer. So let's talk about what's in my freezer right now. We have breakfast, we have sausage biscuits. I just finished a breakfast sandwich by Jimmy Dean. I think there were four of them. They are croissants with egg and something else on them. Soups, we have soup, ravioli in the pantry. Um, Vegetables canned in the pantry. If I ever use those, I always rinse them for salt, but I don't really eat vegetables that much. I'm just trying to think of some things that are in our refrigerator and freezer. Also, ice cream sandwiches are in there and some fudgesicles. Um, we also know about all the salad dressings and everything that's in all of the bottled crap. And so I asked my wife, I said, what would you think about trying to eat, without a lot of preservatives? And she's like, well, we can give it a try. I really feel like she's got a gluten tolerance of some kind. So this is my thing. I don't have a lot of time to cook. And so today, last night I made a menu. I got this great beef bourguignon, however you say it, recipe from this guy I watch on YouTube. His name is Winter is Blue. He lives out of his van. And one night he cooked this gourmet beef bourguignon, or however you say it, and it looked delicious. And so I said, I want to cook that. I want to try that because I'm not a cook. And so that was one of the things that we're having this week. And so we usually go and pick up our groceries, but that's even becoming a struggle physically bringing the groceries in. And so now we're thinking about having HEB delivery, but I didn't want to order anything online because yeah, you can find the item and you can click on it and you can see the label and stuff, but it's different than when you're standing in an aisle and you can just look at everything. So we made our menu. I typed up my grocery list. I went to HEB. Now our HEB is so big that it has a double-decker parking garage. And there must have been 2,000 people there. I barely could find a place to park. And so I just went up and down every aisle. I got everything I needed, but then I stood at every aisle and I looked for organic everything. So when I stood in the pasta aisle, I looked for organic pasta. I looked for organic pasta sauce. Um, Now, the produce, I didn't look for as much organic because a lot of the produce has thicker skin. And so I'm not really that worried about the pesticides. I'm more because once you peel an orange, right, and wash it, should be okay. But what I found interesting, and I don't know how it is in your store, but years ago, so I haven't been in a grocery store in like 5 years. I kid you not. I could not believe how expensive things were. Oh my gosh. I thought you were kidding, Anissa. Um, I I really did. That yes, they are. I'm starting to get excited because now I'm seeing what you're saying. People probably get sick of me banging on that drum, but it's so important. I know the seed oils. I know. That one that's something I gotta really look into. What kind of oil do you use, Anissa? I'm curious. One of your twins has a gluten allergy. I think she does, and she doesn't believe me. I love RAOs, but I hear Ragu bought them out. Oh, okay. Hey, Craig, how are you? Good to see you here. Yeah, so let me know what kind of oil you use. I mean, do you just use like butter instead of like a organic? Okay, I did see avocado oil. I did see avocado oil while I was there at HEB. So, like I said, I haven't been to a grocery store in like 5 years. I didn't even know what the prices are because she pays the bill. I don't see it. I cook and that's it. So when I went today, a few years ago when I went to HEB, their back wall was all organic. Okay. Anything in the box, they had vegan, vegetarian, gluten free, everything was on the back wall. So that's kind of what I was expecting to see, that I was going to go to that back wall and I was going to go, okay, I'm going to get some spaghetti sauce. I'm going to get, this, that, things that are sauces, like kind of like things, tomato paste, stuff like that. No, they don't do that anymore. So what they do is they mix it all up. Okay. So it was crazy. And so I'm standing on this aisle and I'm like, okay, I need uh bone bouillon. I need beef bone bouillon for this dish. And there's like all this beef bouillon, but I need organic. But then I started to finally start recognizing the label colors of the organic and it was easier. So next time it'll be better. I'm going to do it a couple more times. And then after I get it under my belt, and also I took pictures of things, like I took pictures of salad dressings. I took pictures of different pastas and, you know, and then for later on, oh, well, maybe I want to make this. I wanted to make a gluten-free pizza, but we're having pizza next Sunday because I probably have 30 people coming to my house for pizza. So we're having a party. Um, so I was going to make pizza Friday night. So I have just these pictures of random things that, oh, I can make this and I can make that. But I wasn't expecting it to be all mixed up. And then like in the produce section, you're like, there's like 5,000 different kinds of mushrooms. And I'm looking at the price and I'm like, holy crap. And then I look at the label and it says organic. And I'm like, well, where are the just regular mushrooms, And I find them. So I wasn't expecting it to be all mixed up. Hi, Mike. So, we cook only with organic butter. Okay. Is it unsalted, Anissa? 10W40. Yeah. You have to watch the smoke point on oils, though, if you cook with them. Oh, yeah. I can see that. Evu smoke point is lower than avocado. Okay. I don't know what Evu is. I don't think I've ever heard of that. And this, it sets off smoke detectors regularly. I do too. And carbon monoxide. I've left the gas on several times. It's not, you're darn tootin', it's not. But like I was telling her, it's cheaper than joining Weight Watchers, or I've even looked into Thrive Market, and I don't know if you use Thrive Market at all, Anissa, but God, just to see the stuff, you got to fill out this big old form, this questionnaire, and then they want $5 before you can even look. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't want to pay $5 just to see what you got. So if somebody told me that if you pay the $5 and then you go in there and you don't like what you see and you want to cancel, they'll refund you your $5. I don't know if that's true. So I'm still looking at Thrive Market because I have one friend who purchases from it when she's on keto, but she's not always on keto. So that's another possibility. Also, Whole Foods through Amazon delivers. But this is a new thing for me, and I like new things. And so here's what I'm going to do. I don't know how many of you follow Jenny Hutt. Probably none of you. Jenny Hutt is a radio personality. She used to be on Sirius Radio. I have a strange feeling about her sometimes. I mean, I have a I'm very loyal to her because she did something for me very nice personally a couple of years ago. And so for that, I always feel like I need to, listen. She has a podcast now. She's not on Sirius anymore, but she's very controversial in the way she eats. And so what she was doing, and I think she still does it once in a while, is she would put up every day on Instagram, here's what I ate today. And she shows you, okay, so she'll say half a grapefruit, and then she'll show you herself eating the grapefruit, and then she'll say turkey sandwich, and she'll show yourself eating the turkey sandwich. So what I think I'm going to do is, and look for this, and if it's interesting to you, is I'm going to film what I eat every day, and I'm also going to film on my phone my Fitness Pal and show you what calories I ate, and then it'll be in a short. It'll be in a reel, I think. And I'm planning on putting that up. I only may do it a couple of days this week because, like I said, we have company coming, and we're going to be having pizza, and then Saturday night we're going out for Mexican food because that's kind of our tradition. So, but I think it'll help make me accountable, and it'll be kind of fun. It'll be kind of something different for my channel. And I haven't really gotten into the vlogging yet because I've been so depressed and down that I don't want to vlog that. And uh, you don't want to see that, guys. It's been pretty freaking bad over here. So, Craig, how are your sales? Todd, how are your sales? I didn't hear what Todd's were this week. When I'm listening to Todd, I'm usually shipping, and I don't listen to Todd. He's just on in the background. Sorry, Todd. But sales are, like I was telling him, Craig, I am down 2000 K. No, yeah, 2000 gross a month now, which was about what was happening last year at the end of the year. And I am so bummed. I'm a shitty cook. I broke stove boiling water. Okay. I set an oven on fire on Thanksgiving one time because the juices overflowed. I was very pregnant that day, and I ended up locking myself in the bathroom crying because I was so embarrassed that I set my oven on fire. So, what are you up to, Mike? Mike, how are your sales? I'm very curious. Nobody's really told me how their sales are, and I can't be the only. Oh, extra virgin olive oil. Okay, yeah, yeah. I don't normally. I will sprinkle things like before I put them in the air fryer because I have the spray, and then also sometimes I'll just throw it on there. But I've never actually put the olive oil in the pan because of that reason. So you're saying avocado oil is even worse, is even easier to burn. I can see that. Yeah. I think I'm just going to stick with straight butter, but I don't like unsalted butter. I do watch cooking channels, but what we watch are like MasterChef, things like that, um, where there's like little competition, but not stupid competitions. Like, you know how they have that grocery thing. To me, it's so stupid, that grocery one. We don't watch those. We also like the Junior Master Chef. So do you want to pay to be healthy or pay to be sick? That's true. Oh, your mom buys from Thrive. Okay, well, yeah. If so, oh, there's another one. Vita Cost and Primal Kitchen. Okay, let me write this down because I won't remember that. I noticed that on my Facebook, Rita Scully Star Fashion had liked Thrive Market, but that doesn't mean that she's used it. And by the way, you guys need to pray for Rita's family. They're going through a rough time right now, and I need her to call me. Rita, if you're watching this later, please call me with an update. Her husband has not been feeling at all well, and they've been trying to get in for testing for I don't know how long, and that's so frustrating. By the way, my final grandchild is set to be delivered the day before Thanksgiving. So we are very excited. This will be my final one. I can't tell you her name because it hasn't been made public yet, but well, hello. Not yet, Adam. Hopefully in the future. And I haven't even got on the scale. I don't think I got on the scale in the last 4 or 5 months because I'm petrified. But in order to do my Fitness Pal, I really need to put my weight in there, right? Um, so I don't know. Saying all this while smashing a piece of pizza in my face. Are you serious, Anissa? Is it gluten free? Is it organic? That's what I want to know. Um, I want to cook more like my grandparents cooked, off the farm. Not that my grandfather was a thin man, but I want to practice portion control. I don't want to be as strict as Jenny Hutt. If y'all go to her Instagram, Jenny Hutt, Hutt, and go back a few, you'll see it because it says what I ate today. She's not doing them very much anymore, and I think it's because she's been getting a lot of criticism. She does not eat. I would almost guarantee you she doesn't eat 1,200 calories a day on most days, and I don't want to be like that. I don't think that's healthy. But I'm tired of eating the crap, and uh, I probably shouldn't say this, but he's not going to be watching. My dad. Here's how he tells me I'm fat. He says, "How's the diet going?" And I say, "I'm not on a diet." That's how he tells me, "You're too fat, Beth." So I was so embarrassed when I went to North Carolina and I saw the photos of myself, especially the ones where I have the fanny pack on at Oz, because when you already have a belly and you put this big fanny pack on your belly and you hang it down, like I didn't even have it on my waist. I had it hanging down. I don't know. I just didn't want it too tight and didn't bother to tighten it up, right? And it's just hanging down. It looked like my stuff. I look like Santa Claus, and it was embarrassing. But for those of you who have not seen my video I put up, it's 20 minutes long of all the different things that we did. My favorite part is me on the roller coaster. Uh, I filmed myself on the roller coaster. It was so much fun, and you can hear Barry and other parts of the roller coaster going, "Hey, Beth," it was fun. Um, so how are you doing, Adam? I meant to message you this weekend and ask you how you're doing, and it's just taking every ounce of my brain to even she's noticed that. She's like, "You can't seem to walk into a room and you don't even know what you're doing." You don't and I'm just kind of in a daze. He if he would only send me the right shirts. My sales are horrid, horrid, horrid. Okay, hey Maggie, how are you? Um, it was a pleasure to meet you. It was great spending time with you. So we're talking about healthy eating, Maggie. We didn't, some of the stuff we ate was healthy, but most of it wasn't. So my healthy eating starts tomorrow. Now, we here's the other problem. We don't like to waste food. Okay. So like the ravioli and the soup and stuff, like we'll probably keep a couple cans of soup because just like yesterday when we both got sick, we were supposed to have tacos. And we're like, that's not going to cut it. We're having soup. So I don't think it has, it's not like I have to like do it every single day for, and get my hand slapped. So I'll probably keep some soups in there. Like I do have a can of ravioli in there. We'll probably take it to the food pantry. We have a food pantry down there. Stuff that hasn't been opened that's not expired. But we have some bread in the freezer and it's not gluten free and it's not whole grain. I can guarantee you that pretty much. And we've decided that we're going to eat it because we paid for it. It's in there. And so I have no problem with that. It's just little steps, right? It's little steps, and we just don't throw away food like that. Right up there with my cooking skill. I've been watching Hell's Kitchen on Amazon. I can't handle that. Have you finished season 1 yet, Adam? Let me know because I wanted to tell you something, but it's a spoiler. Let me know. I cannot handle Hell's Kitchen. He screams the whole time, and I'm by the end of the hour, I am like I'm so stressed. I can't handle people yelling. And but I did hear that bar. Barry was talking about that thing about the bar, probably like renovation or whatever, that I might like that one. So I love Gordon Ramsay, but I just can't handle the yelling. Smoke point is the heating temperature. You can cook stuff in avocado oil in high temps, then extra virgin oil. You can use real high temps with EVU. You can. Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can't. I know, because I think I've tried that before, and that was a mistake, and I've never done it again. So you can cuss. Okay, so I'm gonna get the avocado oil, and next time I go, and but for right now, it's just gonna be straight butter because I don't know. To me, it gives flavor. She doesn't like avocados. Not that you. I mean, does it really taste that much like avocados? Like, I don't know. I think I could get away with it. The only thing about this beef bourguignon, or however you say it, is like it was expensive to buy the ingredients. Some of it I can use again if I make another batch later down the line. Some of it I will never use. I had to buy a bottle of wine that I don't drink. So I only drink white wine, and this is red wine. So I'm going to have a half a bottle of red wine left that nobody in this house is going to be thrown away. I know some of these things were very expensive, and I don't know where I was going with that other than I was just like, I got to make it again because I'm going to have all these leftover things. And oh, I know what I was going to say with that. And also, he uses chopped up onion, and then at the end, he puts pearl onions in it. No onions, she won't eat it. So it's very difficult to cook without peppers or onions, none of that. So I did get her to agree that I could put minced onion in there because she's like, well, what about onion salt? And I'm like, onion salt is not going to help. It's going to just make it saltier. So I said, what about minced onion? I have some minced onion. She goes, okay, you can do minced onion. I'm like, okay. It's very difficult. Uh, Must be nice today down the shore, Maggie. Yeah, Maggie, did you see age is just a number? Her first name escapes me right now. Barbara Jean, did you see her Greek salad that she made? Like, it looks so amazing. But again, if I bought those ingredients, it would only be for me, and I would end up throwing half of it away. I cannot eat that much Greek salad by myself, I don't think. So, but I sure enjoyed. Yes, I am. No, I eat gluten. It's not organic. It's from local pizza shop. Uh, okay. Well, that's okay. I'll give you a pass on the pizza. Oh, he did. Your dad used to literally call you fat. I'm sorry about that. That sticks with you for forever. I know. I know. Well, I have no doubt that he's used that word about me to other people, just not to my face. So he was a very honest man in that respect. Yeah, I mean, yeah, be honest, right? I tried cauliflower pizza, but I shouldn't eat that either. Now I've had cauliflower crust and I like it. I don't know how that would go, but she likes cauliflower with Tabasco sauce. But that's about the only. She doesn't like mashed cauliflower, so I'm not sure how a cauliflower crust would go. And I'm also, like I said, not so concerned about what it's made of, like whether it's this or that, but if it's got preservatives and gluten in it. So I guess that, but my understanding is HEB has this gluten free, or at least Trader Joe's pizza dough already like in a blob, and all you have to do is just push it out. So didn't see that yet. Watched your live from there and others. Okay. Yeah, there's a video. It's 20 minutes long. It goes from beginning to end, all the fun stuff we did, including driving through an adult bookstore drive through. So that was fun, not, but Barry insisted we go through there. So we've got that on film. I do not want to talk about the roller coaster. We will not talk about the roller coaster, Maggie. I'm going to pee on Anissa's shirts when I send them. I bet you will. Not great. Trying a new supplement program. Not doing much. Want to cut my lawn today, but didn't. Well, you should have had Glenn come and cut your lawn because that's what he's been doing today. Yeah, we still don't have our fence up. I think my neighbor has finally found somebody who will do the fence. Now the question is when. So at least we got probably a choice. Oh, and get this. They did not pick up my packages yesterday. I had like 5 packages. Like I said, I'm not selling right much. And they didn't even pick them up. So I had to make another complaint today. So I think I've counted 7 complaints this year for not picking up my packages. And at the end, I always put, do not call me. And they always call me. And it depends on where I am in my mood, whether I answer or not. But I usually say, I told you not to call me because you're going to tell me the same thing you always tell me. And it happens again. So thank you. Bye. Vacations are not for healthy. No, they aren't. And having company. So I imagine we'll have about 20, 25 people here on Sunday. I didn't even know when the party was, and it's in my house. I thought it was Saturday. So all this time I've been planning for Saturday. And then my daughter goes, no, Mom, it's Sunday. And I'm like, well, crud. That's going to that means I can't go grocery shopping on Sunday. And that means I can't go grocery shopping on Saturday either because they'll be here. So it kind of messed with my head a little bit. And so since it's a kid party, we always get pizza delivered and they're happy with that. And they're bringing a bounce house. I don't know how they're bringing a bounce house, but it's a huge bounce house. And it's deflated. So, and then if it's warm enough, I guess we'll swim, but we'll have to see. If we didn't eat it healthy, it wasn't Barry's fault. We had enough fruit to stock a product store. Yes. And what I learned from that experience is what I did today. I bought the fruit, I brought it home, I washed it, and I cut it up immediately and put them in containers, and they're in the refrigerator because I ate more fruit. I know you don't believe this, but I ate more fruit on my trip than I ever do. And that was simply for the fact that it was already cleaned and cut up. All I had to do is reach in there, get a piece of pineapple, reach in there, get an apple, reach in there, get a grape. And so now it's all cut up. And I got kiwi, orange, grapefruit. I didn't cut the grapefruit up because I usually like to half it, and um, and I got watermelon. It's cut up. And now I had to spend a lot of money on 6 wedges of watermelon. I mean, the prices, guys, and the reason it was so expensive is because it was already cut into wedges. They also had them in containers that were cut into cubes. Well, I was going to cut them into cubes. So I got the wedges because I cannot cut a watermelon to save my life. You do not want a piece of watermelon that I have cut because I cut so crooked. I guess with my arthritis, I can't handle the knife and it's just all crooked and nobody gets the same size piece. And I hate them. I hate cutting watermelons and I also hate cutting pineapples. So I'm going to probably have to learn again how to cut a pineapple because I'm not paying the prices that they want for just because they cut them up. I mean, it's crazy. They add all this money to it. And I mean, I know it's a lot of work. I don't want to do it either, but there are no non-GMO soups in any stores near you. Oh, bummer. Well, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start making our soups and putting them in probably individual portions and put them in the freezer. I think that's what I'm going to do. I can make soups and I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. But I didn't want to buy all this stuff for soup right now. Today was a shock. I mean, I thought I was going to come home and get yelled at because they had our dog food there and I didn't know they would have our dog food there. And because it's kind of like a special dog food and they had it and it was $5, at least $5 cheaper than PetSmart. So I had to buy that. I had to buy the wine. I had to buy that beef bouillon paste or whatever, base or whatever. I had to buy a lot of different things that I wouldn't normally buy. So I when I saw the bill, I was like, oh no, she's going to be so mad. And then I did buy a couple of things for the kids to eat, fun things to eat. But when I got home and she goes, well, how much was the bill? And I'm like, I don't want to tell you. And she's like, just tell me, And I told her, and she goes, well, that's what I was expecting. And I'm like, really? Because I was like, she goes, you haven't been to the grocery store in a while, you know. So my twins are going as chefs. One is going to be Gordon Ramsay, and one is going to be Guy Fieri. Ooh, that would be so fun. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. That is fun. Did they come up with that? They are so creative. I'm up to 20 or 21, whatever it is on now. It's for Hell's Kitchen, Atlanta City. When I feel better, I'm going there. Oh, okay. So I only watched the first season of Hell's Kitchen, Adam, and the guy who won committed suicide. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Ended his life. I don't think I'm supposed to say that word on YouTube. Ended his life. He was a druggie. Okay, he was on drugs, and he won. Okay, and when you look at him, you can think. I was always thinking, this guy's on drugs. I said that from the very beginning, and so he didn't accept the internship or whatever, because they win a restaurant, right? But they got to go overseas to train. He didn't accept that part of it. Because he wanted to go to rehab. So he went to rehab, and then after rehab he ended up, doing that. And ever since I found that out, I was like, I can't watch another one. I mean, because all I could think of was when Gordon Ramsay was screaming at everybody and him, and I just haven't been able to watch it again. But we did. If you watch our video that I put up, it's not the live stream, it's the video. It has a picture of us at Oz on the thumbnail. We did go to the Gordon Ramsay food court there in Harrah's, and it was really good. I hate Bar Rescue. That guy rants and raves. Okay, I don't think it's Bar Rescue. Is that what it is, Adam? Bar Rescue? Is it Gordon Ramsay Junk Trader? No, because you're saying that guy. You would have said it's bar something about bars. I think I've seen Bar Rescue before. I buy avocado oil at Sam's Club. Yeah, we're not members of Sam's Club. It's just the two of us, and I will get in there and I would just buy 50 of this and 20 of that, and we buy per week, and so we only buy what we're going to eat for the week, and it keeps us from impulse buying. I did pretty well today, other than buying a couple of things for the kids, fun things for them to eat. I really did stick to my list. But that, I'll tell you what, that beef bourguignon, I can't say that word. You know what I'm talking about. The ingredients aren't cheap. Okay, you'll check it out. Okay. I've been looking for a deal on a ceramic frying pan. Oh. And the other thing I want to do, Anissa, specifically talking to you, is I want to make my own mayonnaise, but I don't have a food processor. Of all the people that sells appliance parts, I don't own a food processor anymore. But I think what I want to get is one of those handheld blenders, it's just got the tube. And so I'm going to look online. By the way, guys, Amazon Prime Day is the 8th and the 9th. So you should be able to find some good deals. So if there's something that you want to buy, put it in a list. And on the 8th and the 9th, go in and buy it. You should be able to get some deals. That's what I'm going to be doing to buy the boxes for these items that I've been showing you. I'm going to wait until Prime Day. And one of the things I'm looking for is that it almost looks like this, right? About this size. I have to go around Adam. And then, they put the oil in now, can I put avocado oil in mayonnaise, you think? I think I can. Avocado oil, vinegar or lemon juice, and an egg. Put the lid on and go, and then flip it over, and you've got your mayonnaise. So I want to make my own mayonnaise because I didn't see any mayonnaise there that didn't look like it had extra stuff in it. I don't know. Craig's wife has been putting out great recipes on YouTube. I made her chicken salad, and it was delicious. Oh, good. I watched her very first one, and I can't remember what it was about, but I haven't watched any since then. So I've been too busy. I I got out of my comfort zone and I went to Podfest Houston all by myself. I drove an hour to Sugar Land, Texas, and I was so nervous because I didn't know any of these people, and I I purposely walked in with my shoulders back, my head up, and I stuck out my hand and I had a firm handshake and I said, "Hi, I'm Beth." And and I did that to a few people. This is before it started. People are just kind of wandering around. So I decided I'm going to sit in the front. Okay. I'm going to go all in, out of my comfort zone. So I go, and then these huge tables that fit 10 chairs in a circle. So you're trying to talk to somebody on the other side of the table and you have to scream because they got the music on so loud. It was we complained about the music and they turn it down and they turn it back up. So I sit down. I'm the only one at this table, right? And so finally this lady comes and sits next to me, and I'm like, okay, good. People are going to come and sit with me. Well, she was not friendly at all. And so I held up my hand and said, "Hi, I'm Beth," and shook her hand, and she didn't say her name. I could see her name on her name badge, but even when your name is on your name badge, shouldn't you say, "Hi, my name is," I don't want to say her name, but anyway. So the first thing she says is, "Well, what's your podcast about?" And I said, "It's about obsessive compulsive disorder." And she replied with something weird like, "Well, that's kind of a broad topic," or something like that. A broad topic. And I'm thinking, actually, no, mental health is a broad topic of OCD, but I didn't say anything. And she didn't say anything to me. And I wanted to say, "What's your podcast about?" But I didn't. And then she said, "Well, how many listeners do you have?" Now, that to me is a thing that you wouldn't ask somebody that you just met. And I had a problem with that. So I said, "Well, not too many." I said, I've only done 48 episodes, and they tell you not to look at your numbers. I said, "But I am growing." And she didn't answer. So finally I said, "Well, what's your podcast about?" And she went, this is what she did. And she didn't say anything. She held up a book and had her name up here. Ann Eckert book. Like that. And I was like, okay. And then I looked at it and it was something about Medicare. And then I was just like, okay, this lady and I aren't hitting it off. So we're sitting there, and I guess she's complaining about this. She's complaining about that. Well, there's another table behind us, and this lady, I leaned over and I shook it. "Hi, I'm Beth." She says, "Hey, I'm Lisa." I was like, okay, I like this. And she says, "What's your podcast about?" And I said, "OCD." And she says, "Oh, my husband has OCD. What's the name of your podcast?" So she followed my podcast. I was like, okay, cha-ching. Not a cha-ching, but I got another subscriber. Then I asked her what her podcast about. "Well, I haven't started one yet, but I'm thinking about this." So then all these people start sitting with Lisa, and they're laughing and they're talking about producing and editing and the programs that they use. And I can hear all this. And I looked at Lisa and I said, "I want to sit at your table," because I'm still sitting there with this grumpy lady with the book that she's written. Nobody else is sitting by us. And so, me, I'm thinking I'm going to hurt her feelings if I get up. But I thought, no, I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. I'm not going to worry about her. She's digging her own grave here. I picked up my stuff when she went to the bathroom, and I moved over to the other table. And I didn't look at her the rest of the night because I didn't want her to be looking back at me like, "Why did you leave?" So I did a lot of things that night. I did a lot of firsts for me, and I kind of got in good with the leader. He remembered me from the Facebook group, and I think good things will come from this. So just wanted to tell you all that. Has nothing to do with reselling, but I just wanted to say it. So, are Ruffles and Cheetos and Fritos on your diet like mine? Ruffles I have with French onion dip, which reminds me I need to eat that tonight. We have a little bit left. That needs to be eaten tonight. Cheetos, we don't have any right now, but that's a staple. And Fritos, not so much unless we're making chili. So from now on, when I make chili, I'm going to have to think of something else to put in there. Sorry, stepped away for a bit. Okay. It's high food map and dairy is bad for me also. Oh, I don't know what FODMAP is. Hey, Adam, how you been? I just try to make sure I have enough protein, not too many carbs, and keep a small portion size. The portion size is our problem. So I think if we can get on the right track of eating healthier food, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to use my Fitness Pal. Y'all look for those shorts because I want feedback. If you don't like them, if you think it's gross looking at my food, I'm going to try not to like bite, like chew, but I am going to show you that I'm putting it to my mouth to show you that I really am eating it, but I'm not going to sit there. Now, Jenny Hutt, she sits there and chews, and I can't handle that. But I'm going to try this and see, what it'll do. I try to go to Trader Joe's like 5 times, always too busy. I think I've been there one time. I also am told I should go to Aldi. I think I've been to Aldi one time. One time I went to Aldi, I couldn't afford anything. Excuse me. So I always go to Trader Joe's as soon as they open, Maggie says. I've tried, Maggie. We'll try again going to Ocean State job lot early and then my chiropractor appointment. I don't know what Austin State job lot is, but I imagine Maggie does. This is Craig's wife's channel. Thank you for putting that in there. She's beautiful, isn't she? What in the world? How did you get her, Craig? I'm kidding. She is beautiful, though. There is one in Cherry Hill. The one in Cherry Hill is nuts, Maggie. I think lots of folks from Philly also. Yeah. Fruit makes yeah, it does. It really does. Like a lot. Yeah. I'm not a fruit eater, so it does nothing for me, but I'm going to force myself to eat it. And I even got an orange. 2 oranges? 2 oranges. I never eat oranges. But I thought, well, if I'm going to try this, I might as well go all in, right? So we'll see. But yeah, I already said that. Never mind. Have you tried the one in Marlton? That one can be good early, but the tiny parking lot gives me nightmares. I agree, Maggie. That parking lot is nuts there. I eat fruit. There's Fruity Pebbles, Blueberry, and roll-ups. Absolutely. But I don't eat any of those either. Fruit does nothing. It doesn't fill me up. It doesn't solve my craving for sweets. It just doesn't. Now give me a Little Debbie Swiss cake roll. I'm happy. Give me a honey bun. I'm happy. Fudge sickle pineapple, about $3 to $4 on sale around here. All these are very small though. They did come up with those costumes on their own. They're so creative. And they went as the old ladies a couple of years ago. Do you remember what they went as last year? And this, I can't remember. I don't know if you told me, and I don't know if I saw any pictures of last year. They're just adorable. Unalived, I think, is what we are supposed to say. Yeah. We're supposed to say end. Yeah. That's a problem with my podcast because it does go to a YouTube channel. My hosting is on Spotify and it sends it out to iHeartRadio, iTunes, and it sends it out to YouTube Podcasts, which used to be Google Podcasts. I don't ever see anybody listening to it on YouTube, but YouTube is the strictest about that word. And I have one coming up, an interview coming up where that word is said a lot, and I'm not really sure what to do about it because Spotify will allow it, iTunes will allow it. So I may have that one taken down. I don't know. I don't care. I get 0 views as far as I'm concerned on YouTube. It's a waste. Most of my podcast mostly is on iTunes or Spotify. Those two take turns with the most every month. Right now it's iTunes. and it'll be a significant amount. It'll be like 57% will be iTunes. And then a couple months later, it'll be 57% Spotify. So who knows if the numbers are even right? Adam, have you gone to Wegmans in Cherry Hill? I like their prepared food section. See, I'm trying to stay away from prepared foods. But what I like about HEB is when I went there, because we were worried about bread, and because we both like bread. And what I loved about it was they just had this whole wall of bread that they had just baked. It won't last as long, but they had sourdough, Italian, all different kinds of breads, and they make their tortillas. And, but I don't, that's not going to help us with the gluten-free, but I don't know. We'll see. This one, the GM from Ramsey Steak LV gets married there. Oh, the general manager from Ramsey Steak Las Vegas gets married there. Not Ramsey. Okay. No Bar Rescue. John Taffer. I don't know who John Taffer is. Maggie, is that the one that Barry was telling me about? Because I thought he said there was a bar one that had Gordon Ramsay in it. I would love to try the beef Wellington, but I know I'd screw it up. But every time Gordon Ramsay makes beef Wellington, I think, man, wish I could make that just one time, just to say I made it. That's it, Maggie. He annoys me also. Used to watch it when I was in the liquor business. Oh, so it's that old, huh? Wow, that dates back a while. My mom uses the immersion blender. Is that what that is? Immersion. I'm writing all this down, and it's you and I need to get on the video chat someday, and you can just tell me all about it. I always look forward to your posts. They used to make me feel guilty, but not anymore. Now I'm going to be like right there with you. That long, skinny one to make her mayo. Yeah. Okay. Immersion blender. I bet I can get one on Amazon on Prime Day for dirt cheap. What you bet? Want to bet? I told Jane, I said, well, when I see one at a garage sale, I'll buy it. She goes, don't get it at a garage sale. Just order one. I'm like, okay. I hate Bar Rescue. Yes, it's that guy. He yells and screams. Well, so does Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen. Don't forget you have an Amazon affiliate link for your viewers. Yeah, don't forget. Thanks, Adam. I do have an Amazon affiliate link below. If you'll go to that and just click any of them, it doesn't matter. And then shop. And anything you buy for 24 hours, I get a small kickback. I've already got my GoPro, but yeah. Let's see. I'm going to try to film myself making the beef, whatever it's called. I hate to even say the word. Everybody makes fun of me. Tomorrow I'm making it. Not making the I'm not using the wine, the dark wine that he uses. I'm using Cabernet. So it's not really it's a little bit lighter. I don't really like that dark wine. So we had the bullet blender for my mother's meals when she was very ill. Oh, the bullet. Yeah. I don't even think I want a bullet. I think I just want one I can hold in my hand. It's the ones they use on the videos I watch, people living in their cars. I watched a guy the other day cook lobster in his Camaro. It was awesome. Barry's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm watching this guy cook lobster in his Camaro. Like, I can't stop watching these freaking videos. My favorite one now, Rowan, is the one I've been watching the longest. Winter is Blue. And then my new favorite is called Solar Car Camper. I like him a lot. I want to learn how to film like him. He films so awesome. Discretion is the better part of valor. Good move, Beth. Yeah. Thank you, Maggie. It's kind of making me excited. I wish I was excited about my eBay store as I am about eating. Craig said hi earlier when you had stepped away, I guess. Aldi's is reasonable. Estos go here. Really? Okay, well, I haven't been there in a while. They went as Teletubbies last year. Oh, gosh. I don't think I saw that. I don't know if you put that, the purple and the green one. Not the Tinky Winky one, huh? Google Podcast is YouTube now. Yeah, it is. But it does nothing for me. So it's weird. I had a YouTube channel already for the podcast. So I would just put it up myself when I put it on Spotify. And then they switched. And so now Spotify's doing it. So I have I was getting double the episode was going up twice basically with two different thumbnails, one tiny thumbnail and one big thumbnail. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why is this up here twice? Nobody's listening to it anyway. So I usually go in and take down that second one. Oh, not well, now I don't have to. I'm not manually putting it up, but it was freaky seeing two of the same. And by prepared foods at Wegmans, I mean meals with fresh ingredients prepared daily. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I wonder if the ones at HEB are fresh ingredients. I don't know. I mean, I don't think because I know somebody that buys them for the week, and I don't think they last very long. Wegmans is too pricey for me, Maggie. I used to go there and buy only 3 or 4 things. And that's the thing, too. To me, it's worth it to pay a little bit more if you're going to go and buy everything. I don't like getting out and going to this store for this and this store for this and this store for this. I don't mind doing it online, but I don't want to get in and out, go into traffic, check out. So I will pay a little bit more if I can get everything together. Anytime you want to chat, I'm a chatty Kathy. Okay, I'll let you know. I'm working Tuesday and Friday. Any other day, I'm not going sourcing tomorrow because I have enough stuff to list. So I'm giving myself a break. I'm just kind of concerned what happens if next Monday I'm sick or something happens in my life, like always. Last week, my dog had surgery and she didn't do very well recuperating. So it was like I had to be home. And luckily, my boss let me work from home Friday. And so I'm worried about if I don't go tomorrow and get at least 50 things, then I will be completely out next Monday. But I'm just going to cross that bridge when I get to it and try not to worry about it. I can buy anything with your link. I need to finish up ordering wigs and goatees for their costumes. Yeah, all you do is click on a link, just pick one, and then it's kind of saves it in its brain, and then just shop, and I'll get some money. I get pennies, but that's okay. Maybe one day I'll get more than pennies. I mean, I've been doing it. Adam, what have I doing it about a year? I think I have $7. I told it to not pay me until I had $100, and I think I have like $7. So I really need people to get on the stick. And I tried to send it to my family, and nobody uses it in my family. So I don't know what that's about. Maggie, I'm having a brain freeze. Who's the seller that lives in the RV and just got married? The reseller. I don't know who that is. Well, I'm gonna let her answer that question, and then I'm gonna go because I gotta go make tacos and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and put some juju out for you guys while we're waiting for Maggie to answer Adam. Maggie, I was going to ask you, are you going to go to that Roper Romp in Cape May? You should. I'm saving my Moo and all my Roper Romp stuff in case I see a Roper Romp near me, because I do have one near me, but I can never find anybody to go with. And then I'm saving my 10-man costume also because you never know when you need to dress up. I'm not going to go trick-or-treating my grandkids this year because I think it's in the middle of the week. But definitely next year I'll probably go, and then I can just be the 10-man. I don't have to worry about a freaking costume. Last year I was a pirate, and my costume was so dumb. I don't think anybody knew I was a pirate. No, I don't have anyone here who would do that with me. Are you serious? Golly, I wish I could fly up there and do that again. Guys, if you get a chance to go to a Roper Romp, some of these Roper Romps have like 1,200 people attending. They even have Chrissies. People dress up as Chrissies and raid the Roper Romp. I mean, it's so much fun. And I got a chance to be a kid again on my trip. Like, I felt like a kid dressing up. Sometimes I felt a little stupid, but there were 4 other people doing the same, and so I didn't feel so bad. And when I really felt stupid was when I by myself at the casino because people were just like staring at me like, what is this lady doing? But when we were all together, it was awesome. People just wanted to come up to us, talk to us, have their picture made with us. Why are you doing this? The lady in the food court, she's like, I know you're supposed to be somebody, but who are you? Like, she couldn't figure it out. And when we told her, she's like, yeah. So it was fun. Well, guys, y'all, thanks for joining me today. It was a pleasure talking to you. I wish I could have done a shipping live stream, but I've made $13 today. So there's really not, I mean, I have 11 items to ship and then I think 2 or 3 on Poshmark, and that's it. And I still don't have my Dymo hooked up to this work computer. So anyway, hopefully next time. Next weekend, there will not be a shipping live stream. So maybe I'll do a hangout sometime during the week. But I hope y'all have a great week, great sales. Don't forget, we're all in this business boat together. So paddle on and may God keep you in his pocket. See ya. Bye.